Johnny Bravo is truly one of the most memorable and unique cartoons of all time. From its crazy over-the-top pickup lines and its outrageous schemes to pick up chicks, the show was truly a work of art, one that sadly probably couldn't be done these days.
Hey, Babarilla, that's a pretty eensy-weensy, teeny-weeny polka dot thingy you got going there. Want to do the monkey with me?
The show first was shown on Cartoon Network as part of What a Cartoon, which is like a thing that the Cartoon Network did back in the day to show cartoon shorts that were thinking about workshopping into potentially being full shows. And they weren't quite picked up by the network yet, but it was originally on What a Cartoon back in July of 1995. However, it clearly picked up steam and getting 3 episodes on What a Cartoon. I remember watching these all the time. I remember seeing the first 2 or 3 of them replayed all the time. They were played during Cartoon Network advertisement breaks, sometimes on weekends, things like that during What a Cartoon. And they were awesome. I loved them. Anyway, their popularity eventually led to them being picked up by the network for an official season, and the official season officially aired in July of 1997. And I can remember that back then. I was really young, but I can remember this show coming out, and I remember my parents not being thrilled about it, but I didn't really get why at the time. I was really young, and I just remember liking Johnny Bravo a lot. Anyway, the show ran for a total of 4 seasons, the last of which aired in 2004, and it actually featured cameos from Shaquille O'Neal and Weird Al Yankovic in some of the last episodes. Of all people, it's absolutely crazy. I remember those episodes and being like, what are they doing here? I didn't get it at the time, but now looking back, it's actually pretty funny. But by that time, Johnny Bravo's popularity had sadly started to lessen as the plot lines were, while still fun, were seeming to all kind of blur together. You know, Johnny goes on an adventure to try and get chicks, and he can use his pickup lines, and he does these hoo ha hee ha, you know, whoa mama. You can only say it so many times before it kind of gets old, unfortunately. So it made sense that Cartoon Network would end the show and start to air more newer animated shows that were coming out at the time, like Codename Kids Next Door, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Powerpuff Girls was still airing at that time with new episodes, things like that. And I actually consider that to be the golden age of Cartoon Network around that 2004, 2005, 6, 7 era. Some of the best times in Cartoon Network history. But believe it or not, that was actually not the end for Johnny Bravo. Now, not a lot of people know about this, but there was actually a fully licensed Johnny Bravo movie that was produced and animated by Cartoon Network Studios all the way in 2011, a full 7 years after production of the show was ended. What's even crazier than that is it only ever originally aired in India, and it eventually did get an English translation into an English version, but that was only shown in Australia. The movie never made its way onto American television screens.
The girls, they love me. Their mother's the same when their babies.
The movie was called Johnny Goes to Bollywood, and it's weird that there was actually an episode that did air in America, episode 1 of season 4, which came out in February 2004, that featured the same name as the movie, but a completely different plotline and really has nothing to do with the movie at all. In that episode, Johnny is offered a role in an upcoming movie, Lunch Lady Surprise, and he goes on to star with Don Knotts, Jessica Biel, The Hobbit, and Alec Baldwin. I don't know, it was a really weird time. Like I said, there's weird cameos going on in late Johnny Bravo episodes. Anyway, that has nothing to do with the movie. The movie just shares the name. It's really, really weird. Like I said, this never came out in America. I never saw this. I never knew about this until just recently. Anyway, the movie is actually pretty crazy. I watched it. It's not my favorite Johnny Bravo thing, but I thought it was kind of okay for the time. And like I said, I had never heard this. I had never seen this. It kind of follows this plotline where Johnny Bravo has lost popularity in America. He sees himself on an episode of True Hollywood Stories, and he's considered a forgotten star. So he decides he's going to travel to Hollywood, but instead he travels to Bollywood, which is the Indian, basically version of Hollywood, where they have all their movie stars, something like that, in Bollywood, India.
Hey, that's me. Tonight on Entertainment 5 minutes ago, we asked the question, whatever happened to Johnny Bravo?
What kind of question is that?
And he decides to become a superstar there, and there's a version of him there called Jiggy, and this character is really kind of cringeworthy at times, but I don't know, it's kind of funny. It's basically just the Indian version of Johnny. He has all kinds of quotes and moves, and he loves his hair and good looks just like Johnny, and it's kind of like a parallel to each other. Anyway, along the way, Johnny somehow gets tangled up in a plot line of the murder of Jiggy. There's these secret people are trying to kill Jiggy the entire way. We don't really learn out until who or why or when or what until late in the movie. It's kind of the twist ending. I don't want to spoil it because you want to go watch it. But they go on all these hijinks. They're back and forth about who's better looking. They have this magical hair gel that bestows on them like basically superpowers for shooting like rays out of their hair. It's wild. It's a crazy plot line. Like I said, in the end, it comes that Johnny becomes a bigger superstar than Jiggy. He takes over for him, and then he himself becomes the subject of a murder plot because he's now the superstar that the studio heads want to take down. And like I said, it gets revealed in the end that the monkey is actually the bad guy the whole time, and the network executives in Bollywood are trying to kill off the biggest star in Bollywood to improve sales. It would make it his last movie. The biggest superstar's last movie always sells the best, apparently, and they're trying to capitalize on the early death of a big superstar, basically is what it boils down to. I know it's kind of a crazy plotline, but it sort of makes sense. I don't know. But like I said, it's kind of funny. Jiggy's a really weird character, and the plot line with the two little girls and the monkey that follow him around, it's kind of interesting. His mother appears in this one. No Carl, as far as I can remember. I don't think Carl made it into this, which unfortunately, because I loved Carl in the original series, especially in the earlier episodes. And of course, Pops from Pop's Diner didn't make it into this one either as well. But again, there's a little crazy movie out there. Like I said, I had never heard this. I had never seen this. It is available to watch on YouTube. You can watch it in parts. There's also websites where you can watch it illegally, stream it. Most of the streams you'll find will be in Indian and won't be in English, but they are translated with subtitles. There is an English version, as you can tell. If you guys are lucky enough to find it, I'll leave a link to it in the description. But like I said, this is crazy. I never knew this existed. It's so weird that Johnny Bravo, 7 years after the fact, got a full hour-long feature film movie that was released. I don't know if it ever got like VHS or DVD releases. Definitely not in America because I don't remember ever seeing it, but it may have in India and Australia. It may have actually gotten physical releases. I'll have to look into that and see if there's any I can like maybe order off eBay or something because I don't know. It's just it'd be something cool to have. I like collecting old physical media of all the cartoons I have. I have a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down in the comment section, did you guys know that Johnny actually had a full-length movie that came out in 2011? Were you aware of this, or is this new information to you? Do you guys plan on checking this movie out? All of that kind of fun stuff down in the comment section down below would be very much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to hit that like button. Really helps out. I know I haven't been putting out the most content lately, but I'm going to be getting back into the swing of things. So if you guys, by hitting that like button and subscribing, it'll really motivate me to put out more and more content for you guys weekly. But until next time, guys, remember that it's always K-Mac time somewhere. Until then, guys, take it easy and peace